We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy open... EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy... Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Ballinger to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Saints had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in early going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. Pounded up the middle with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception. The very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st down, Lacey. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Steps away to his left. Here's a diving catch right side. A gain of 22.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Escaping the pressure right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady now to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Play action. Now it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. This is caught. It's Hardy. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Saints go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. No problem there on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation either.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lacy. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on first down. Lacy. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lacey. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Running straight ahead, Taylor. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This complete to Langford. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Brady now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Brady will try again on second down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Brady. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled. Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game. And in the driver's seat right now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lacy. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Looking to throw on second down. Lacy.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
Here's Brady to throw. Flush to his right.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are right back in this football game.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Lacy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away. And
And incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Lacy. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Off the play fake. Lacy. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again. Lacy. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lacy. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Lacy. Touchdown! A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Brady on third down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lacy dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Brady going to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Robert Tonyan
from 13 yards out.
And the Saints have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.